I'm sorry, guys. That's the problem with me and Ed. We come on here like 10 minutes before it starts, but then we get on a tangent talking about something. So I apologize. We got a little late start, but welcome everybody. It's good to have everyone. Who do we got up in
It
here
is.
tonight? We got James H, Patty Petite Tanks, Scotty Nona, welcome. Sky Dancer, welcome. TJ Autocross, Dennis Christensen, and we got, there we go. I think something's going on with my chat. It's not moving.
Mine ends at Dennis, but I'm not in YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna get one of these in YouTube because I've been making a mistake. And so, Ed, what have you been up to this week, buddy?
Well, I went over to Rack Cross's house, and he
Now,
gave
how
me.
was that, dude? That had to have been a
Oh,
blast. So, did you get to
Rack's
see
is
the
always a lot of
infamous
fun.
bird area where you could just chill and watch all those birds?
Yeah. Well, I took my dad because I knew he would enjoy it too, and we like hung out in his backyard for about an hour.
That's a good-looking
That's
man, ain't it?
awesome.
That is a good-looking
Well,
man.
well, thank you. I'm like this. Or are you talking about yourself?
I wouldn't be talking about me, buddy.
Oh, you're the sharp-looking guy. You're the guy with the nice haircut. But what were we talking about? Rack.
Rex.
Well, yeah, and what is it? 75-foot waterfall that goes into his pond.
That would be a
And
sight, man.
he got it done by the professional guy, the pond people. Greg Sage. Is that his name?
I think you're onto something there. I think that's
Yeah.
his name.
I mean, he's the king. I've been to their place a couple times in Chicago. But yeah, it's just an incredibly beautiful setup he has, and we had a good time there. Rec gave me this
Oh,
artwork,
nice.
and it's all in a mat, super nice, and he's got his some type of a code that you can click to go on to Facebook and order his stuff. He's like setting up for two big shows coming up.
That's great to
He's got
hear.
some Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff outside of the fish world. It's pretty cool.
Well,
It's pretty awesome.
he's always hit. I mean, Rack beats to his own drum. He gets things going no matter what he does. He's just that guy, you know.
Yeah, nobody slows him down. Well, I adopted
Oh,
his
Ed, I gotta say it.
big fan.
Skull. Travis Myers come in with the skull. Got to give it back, baby.
You ought to do one for Scuba. Scuba!
Scuba.
Well, but no, it was just fun. I adopted his goldfish that
Oh
he
my
got a
God.
few years ago at the
Who
big
is
fish
this?
show.
Oh, he's in Raiders
Hey,
black.
I brought
wow,
my Rich Gannon jersey for you, Ed.
Ed, I
that's
brought you
awesome.
a surprise tonight, buddy. I brought you your
He played
Raiders,
against
buddy.
Hostetler.
A
May have
whole
been
bunch of
Warren
Raiders
Moon.
have had this number. Ken Stabler would
And
be the most.
I will say that is one proud Raiders fan. After the year they have to still be wearing their stuff, that's a Raiders fan.
Dude, I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm a diehard.
And you know what's funny, Ed? This is the last week of the regular season, and neither one of us have a jersey on.
Nope. I
You know
feel
what's scary, Ed? Now that I look at it, for Christ's sakes, we look like we're representing the Cowboys up here. What's going on?
I should have worn
Well, at
something
least-
blue.
What is going on, man? I didn't even think before. We did not plan this, folks.
You know, one
Yeah.
cowboy that that I always liked was that C.D. Lamb. I wish that the Raiders had drafted him.
Oh, I got Ed thinking about it now. Now he's looking for Chief.
Oh,
Gibbs.
there
this
we
will
go.
be.
He's
I
representing.
think. Yeah, I think Kansas City might be starting the Frog this weekend. I'm just being
You could
silly.
tell him what you told me before we came back here tonight. Ed.
I don't know, what did
You're
I say?
exact. You said something about the Raiders are looking for a quarterback, and the Frog might be draftable.
You're gonna need somebody.
I think Carr's a good quarterback. I don't hate Carr. I really
Yeah,
Carson-
I kind of hope he ends up with Kenny's Vikings or like the Seahawks, so I can like the Seahawks or somebody that I can like, because I like the guy.
I
but,
don't personally think the Seahawks are going to go looking. I think Gino's done enough where he's secured that job. I really
That's what
do.
my buddy was saying. That's a big Seahawks fan.
Well,
I mean,
they
he
got
made
him.
the Pro
I
Bowl.
mean, considering the average price of a starting quarterback, they got the man pretty cheap right now. So,
yeah, but he's a free agent. They're gonna have to renegotiate, obviously.
yeah, but he's not going to pull like a
no,
Aaron
No.
Rodgers money.
no.
He's probably going to be at best case 10 mil a year type of guy.
And that's
So-
that's what's great when you can have a good quarterback on the cheap. I mean, the Chiefs won a Super Bowl that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you
rubbing
got
it-
to go to Rack's house, huh, Ed?
Oh man,
Yep.
I'm gonna
Rack
give you
is
another
super
elbow
cool.
to your head, Ryan.
It was just a really good time, and I got 2 fish tanks from him. He said it was a 75, but I think it might be a 60 breeder,
Are you coming to the
Which
dark
is-
side, Ed?
which is
Do I see some of these in your future?
fish tanks,
No,
water,
no.
logs,
Big
rock.
Oscars, yeah.
Oh, Oscars. There you go.
No, I'm going to move my 2 ornate bichers into
That'd be a
the
good move.
larger.
May I
'Cause they
suggest
started off.
plants and shrimp? Some snails?
Bichers
this
and
tank.
shrimp are not in the equation, bro. I'm going to tell you right now.
And he gave
Oh,
me
the,
a
the guy you're
FX4
trying
to
to
go
think
with
of-
it.
The guy you're trying to think of earlier, I think its name is Greg Whitstock.
Woodstock.
Whitstock,
There you
I
go.
think it is. Yeah. You've been to that
He's
like
a-
Aqua World in Chicago or whatever?
Yeah, and I've been in his office.
Oh
It's
yeah.
terrible. I didn't remember. I've been to his place twice now. He's a super nice guy. He loves having YouTubers out because we make videos, and
Oh yeah.
his place is so crazy cool.
Yeah.
So, Ed,
It
you
is
said that you were going to have the 2 Bichers, and what are you going to put in there with them?
Nothing. They they kind of destroy everything. So I don't know if I've
They
thought about
won't
putting
destroy these guys.
Go to Oscars, yeah.
You get 2 Oscars in there with them, couple little water dogs. I'm telling you, feed them by hand a few times, pet them on their
Mhm.
head. You'll be hooked for life. Guaranteed.
I used to keep Oscars, and it was a blast. I kind of miss it, and wouldn't mind dipping my toe in there again someday myself. But they find plants so delicious.
Oscar,
maybe
yeah, I
my
can't
Red
keep.
Devil.
Ooh, the Red Devil will be good in there too. Yes.
But I just hope that the bichers don't destroy him.
Well, they've been biting at him.
Well, the bichers are on there. See, these are the ornates. I've got a nice bicher in that tank, and he's afraid of her. But what he does is he scoops sand up from one side of the tank, swims to the top, and drops the sand on her. And he's always trying to bury her.
No way.
And she doesn't care. She buries herself. But
Right,
still,
yeah.
it's just a constant aggravation he's trying to do to this fish. And it's my favorite bicher in the world in that 200-gallon tank. So
The one that's being buried or the barrier?
the one that's being buried
Oh,
is my
I
favorite.
got,
Okay, I
got
thought
some of my
maybe that was
members
the
piping
case.
off now, boys. We got Scuba Steve coming in. Hashtag Ravens Flock, baby. Hashtag Big Trust.
Nice.
I don't even know what that means.
He's a Ravens fan.
Dude, I used to love the Ravens, I still love their coach, and I'm a fan of Lamar too. So,
Oh
They
my
surprised
God.
me.
Bring him here so I can tease Ed.
oh,
I'm surprised that Scuba
Danny
Steve can
brought
read
canned
code.
more junk food.
Oh, damn it.
Oh,
Scuba Steve says Ed has a 200-gallon tank. It's in my short today.
Oh, look at it, Ed.
Oh.
Oh, it's even got a little googly eyes. Oh.
is that a Bismarck? I love.
No, that
those.
is a Boston cream, baby, full of. Look at these cake donuts, man, just full of blueberries. Look at that. We should send one to Ed.
It's a good thing I just had some pizza.
Ed, I'm gonna send you out one of these.
I'd drive over there and slap
What in
you.
the world?
Whoa!
What
I don't
is
think
it?
you can show that on YouTube, Kenny.
It's voodoo, baby. You can show it. Donut hole. Voodoo
Can we see down
donut,
the
baby.
inside of it? Flip it over so we can
Yeah,
see
but
down
look,
inside of it.
you can still drink coffee out of it because
Wow.
see, they put it through the center of it, and you still can drink out of it.
Wow. That's fancy.
Hey Ed, do you
I'm
still
not going
have
to eat it
the-
on stream this time because it was a little messy the last time. Thank you, honey. So you brought us
You still-
2 boxes this time?
Holy crap!
Best woman in the world.
I'm gonna be eating good tonight,
She's-
boys.
She's like a Dairy Queen.
Don't get type 2 diabetes.
She's
Kenny.
my Dairy Queen.
I wish I could marry a girl that works at Dairy Queen so I could have my own Dairy Queen.
Sage,
Yeah.
I know you live down south of me. There's no way I would have time to go all the way down, pick you up, and come to the meeting. I do apologize. No way I can make it happen, man.
My
Ryan
I
wife.
will-
understand.
Ryan can contest or contest. Tell you that I'm pretty. Day of the meeting, I'm flying.
Well,
Gotta
that's
get there.
32-hour drive to pick me up.
No, Sage in the chat was asking. She goes, "I'm looking for a
Oh.
ride on Sunday, G. I don't. There's no way I could go all the way down there and then come all the way back up."
But maybe somebody in chat that is going that direction.
And if she's down south, then I'm out too.
Yeah, because you're north of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few like Byron and George. I think I'm not sure if he's
He
coming.
was talking
up or
about
not.
coming. I was watching his stream last night a little bit. He was talking about
And then
coming.
we
said-
got
knows?
Byron
No,
and Renee come from that area, right?
She was saying if you hear any zings, so like if you hear any cool people are coming up from the south, she would like to go.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Right on.
And that was my Red Devil today. Scuba Steve, that's in my 200. I should have scraped it, made it a little cleaner.
Ed, that shrimp tank's going to be awesome when you're done with it.
It's got a lot of snails. I was about to grab them out.
Why?
but we were like too close to I hate these snails. I want to
What
look
kind
at
are
shrimps. I don't want to look at pond snails, bladder snails, and the ram horn snails, all the
Yeah,
ugly
bud.
snails.
Some snails in there are good for your shrimp, though. Believe it or
Yeah.
not, it's good to
Yeah,
keep
it's
them in
good for
there.
everything.
Yeah, but I don't
especially
want
with shrimp.
98 million.
Well, if you got 98
is-
million, what I would say to that, a little less than this, babe.
Uh-huh. No good.
This is my
Oh.
Red Devil.
Oh, he's
Nice.
pretty, Ed. Ooh, I
Yeah.
like him a lot.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, what? That Severum's gotten big since I was last there.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's probably 10 pounds of Mysteria. The Severin's about this big.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot bigger.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a video just with him, and then the thread fin's right in front right now. Everybody's getting big, but I mean, you get big in a 200-gallon tank when there's only 5 fish in it.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Tennessee fish keeper. I've never been a shoe salesman. Not me.
I bet you that Kenny could sell shoes to
I was gonna say, I
shoeless-
bet you
or
I,
to
bet you I could sell
hippie.
shoes. That shows
I don't know who doesn't wear
shoes would
shoes.
be easy.
Speaking of previous jobs and Ed's dream of marrying a Dairy Queen, I thought about it. My wife worked at Dairy Queen like 20 years ago or something like that.
Well, we got a hookup for
Luckiest
Dairy Queen
man in the
again.
world.
And so I apparently I do have a Dairy Queen.
Ryan, we have a hookup for the Dairy Queen again.
Oh yeah?
Miss Shanna's taking a manager's job there, so we got the hookup on the
Oh,
Blizzard,
there you
Joe.
go. Yeah.
I know. I wish
Ed,
she could just
move
hire
on
me
here and marry Shanna.
There you go.
or
Bam! I'm an ordained
or I could
minister.
take a job
I
from
could do it.
Shanna.
Yeah, they're here today. Yeah.
If she could
It's all
just hire
coming
me
together.
for 1 hour a day.
While we marry off Miss Shanna and Mr.
I
Ed.
Well, we don't know if we want to go that far, but I'd be
Everybody dance.
I'd love to eat the candy, or not the candy, eat the ice cream.
I love
Yeah.
making that. Ed, you're so funny.
What's
man.
your favorite
got it.
treat at Dairy Queen?
Oh, jeepers. I like so many things. Okay, if I can just sit down and chill, I like a good old peanut butter parfait.
Bam! There it is.
I think it's a good
I
choice.
love them, but you
Mhm.
can't eat them good and drive.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
can't eat them.
That
Up on the
that
jump.
stick turns into a cannon bolt, and there's always going to be one part where you're going to bump something. It just shoots ice cream
My
somewhere
problem
in your
is you end up getting drippage.
Well,
that's the part that bothers me.
so if I'm driving, it's a chocolate shake or a strawberry shake.
Sure.
And
Mhm.
now that we got Shanna in the business, maybe we can get her to go back to the paper cups. I hate those thin plastic clear cups.
They
They
might be
your
using
hand
paper
heats it
out
up.
here. They might be using paper out here.
Oh,
Been a
that's
while since
good.
I've
I
been to
love those.
Dairy Queen.
Oh, we got a celebrity in the house. Sickless 23 in the house. Look at there.
Nice.
Good to see you, brother.
Absolutely. Blast from the past there.
Brooklyn Bell
That is-
says
that's
she's
awesome.
lurking while working. There's Stephen P. What's up, dude?
Did you ever eat Buster bars?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
I like buying I used to buy Buster bars and take them home, and then I'd break them out and have like one every quarter of a Chiefs game or something, And I had like 4 boxes of Buster bars in my truck once in the middle of July. And
Oh,
a cop pulls me over in my driveway because one of your lights is burned out on your driver's license plate or your
Oh,
license
geez.
plate.
For a plate.
And I'm like, and I was like, it's really hot. I got this ice cream. Can we go inside and you can sit at the table in the air conditioning? I'll give you a Buster. He said, we aren't going inside your house. And I'm like, can I just put the ice cream in my house so
He
it
took
doesn't
as a
melt?
bribe.
He wouldn't let me. He wanted my ice cream to melt in my driveway. And all this is a warning. It's not even a ticket. It's a warning. And,
Well, then see
and
you
what
later.
it was unsnapped. It wasn't even burned out. It had
It just
unsnapped.
wasn't plugged in. Oh, geez.
So that idiot probably was the one who unplugged it.
Uh-huh. Did you lose any Buster bars?
They were melty, but I still froze them and ate them.
Yeah. Nice.
I was just not happy though.
Yeah,
that was a
no
long time ago.
doubt. Yeah, that seems a little aggressive.
Yeah, and I did it at night. I tried to hit it right before Dairy Queen would close for
Mhm.
the lowest temperatures, but it was still super hot in Missouri
Yeah,
that time of year.
I like me a Butterfinger Blizzard. Pretty much the only thing I ever get at Dairy Queen is a
Oh.
Butterfinger Blizzard and their onion rings.
I love those Butterfingers too. I like everything.
Mm-hmm. It's good stuff.
The only thing I won't eat is those. They're like a diamond, or not a diamond, a star, and it looks like they're dipped in orange glaze.
Oh yeah, I used
On a
to
stick?
eat those weird orangey glazy things when I was a kid, and yeah, that's got to be one of the worst things you can get.
Too many corners for it to leak off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All those points.
I remember as a kid getting the banana split. That one was good too.
Yeah.
Well, how
Andy,
about
bye.
good news about Hamlin, huh?
Yeah, that's really uplifting.
Did you hear that, Ed? That he was able to do a Zoom-like type meeting with his team today?
And that's great, and I think it's awesome. And I would like to change the subject a little, but keep it online.
Sure.
Okay. I believe everybody in America should be able to do our own thing, what we want to do. But I just read this. Oh, I had the article up on my phone. This chick named Joy Reid is calling for the end of football. She said that she doesn't understand what's the matter with Americans that we enjoy violence in modern day gladiators.
I don't think she's going to succeed.
The minimum wage a football player makes is $860,000. That is, I would have to work lots of overtime with my old job to get 1/10 of that per year. So it's a super way for a lot of people to get decent money. The average pay is $3,826,000. Super.
Yeah, and it's not uncommon that people with dangerous jobs get paid accordingly, and in this case they do.
I busted my back in a car factory. And I love football, but I would much rather have busted my back playing football. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys, either one of you two guys, would you love to play NFL football if you could just be an average guy? Let's say you get
Absolutely.
45 snaps a game.
Absolutely.
I would have loved it every minute of it.
Just for the
it
catching the touchdown in the bright
I'd-
lights and be able
I'd
to do your
gladly be-
dance, baby. You know what I'm saying? You got your dance going, and then you spike that ball. And if you're
Yeah,
in
this
Lambeau, find the nearest Vikings fan and jump up and do the Lambeau leap in Lambeau. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I'd
Hey,
gladly
as a
be
Viking.
on Ed's team or that team in Denver. I don't want to say either of the names and associate them with me.
Oh
at
my
this point, but-
goodness. Is he really going there, Ed?
He said he would want to be on either one of those teams.
I would want to be on it.
Oh, you want to be on those?
I just
teams.
don't
I
want to
would-
say the names within.
One of my all-time defensive linemen that I loved, and I wore his number, was 75, Howie Long, and he was a Raider. I
Yeah.
would have loved to have played side by side with Howie Long.
Oh yeah,
you know.
absolutely. Hmm.
So any football team is better than watching it on your couch.
Yeah, I don't think this lady's going to succeed, Ed. I don't think you have anything to worry about, you know.
Well,
Although when it happened, I was concerned about the status of football. I have to admit that.
She is like, I don't know what she's into. If she likes opera, I've never heard football players or football fans demanding that opera is cut down and shut off because they fat shame. You know, they only let the fat lady sing at the end of the show. You don't hear us complaining. We're like, hey, you want to do it that way? You do it that way. Just leave us alone. Why can't they do it the same for us? So, Joy Reid, I don't know who you are, but I'm never going to watch you ever.
Ever.
Okay, so that was sorry, that was my thoughts of the minutes or whatever. And she's also football also, not only is tackle football good for financial reasons, I did some other math. Every year, Division I football, college football gives out 85 scholarships per team. That's 11,050 scholarships that guys are getting to make themselves better. And they're not all playing football, they're becoming doctors and
Oh yeah, for sure. Engineers, all sorts of
everything.
different things. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she can just
Yeah.
stick it in her ear because I don't hear anybody going to college for opera. And if you,
You know-
are, I bet you it's not 85 people.
You can't deny it's a dangerous sport, but yeah,
Not a
it
dangerous
also does a
sport,
lot of
but,
good for a lot of people, as you
Mike
as you pointed
Stomball
out.
says, "Hey Ken, don't worry. My Lions are going to take down the Packers Sunday."
Ooh,
I hope they.
Yeah,
would
that'll
like,
be-
You know, I would like to see the Lions make it. I really would.
yeah, I
Will
kind
that
of
be the
would
first
too.
time the Lions ever did?
No, they made the playoffs once with Barry. They just. I don't think they have. They ever won a playoff game though. I don't think they have. Have they?
Well, they're an old franchise. They won championships before the Super Bowl,
That it's don't count though. It wasn't the Super Bowl.
right? Yeah,
And it wasn't between both leagues. But yeah, still, yeah. It's cool.
but it's been it's been a very long time.
The
since they
Lions
won
have
a
not
playoff
been
game.
the same since they let Barry Sanders walk off the field. That they were.
Well, since Ford stopped being their
They're
main owner.
they're SOL, same old Lions, unless they win on Sunday and the Seahawks.
You know
lose.
what though, dude? They have. I would take Williams on our team any day of the week. That kid, that running back. I mean, I
Well, they
like
got a lot of
Cook.
talent, especially
Yeah,
on
they got a lot of talent now.
Mhm. Yeah.
They may not make it far this year, but I think next year everybody better be looking out for the Lions in our division.
Mhm. Well, and they
If
had
I
that
was in the
rook-
NFC. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
they had that rookie too from Alabama that he was injured almost all year, so he'll be catching a bunch of balls for him next year too. And then yeah, St. Brown and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, Johnny
yeah,
at Dan's Fish says they won a game. Lions did win one playoff game with Stafford and Megatron.
Nice. I always love Megatron.
But why is
Oh,
it all these
he was amazing.
excellent athletes always retire early out of Detroit?
Yeah.
Well, they probably get worn out. They just don't want to keep going. All their desires
well-run franchise
are gone. Yeah. But if I was in the NFC, I would want them in every year because, it'd be an easy win in the playoffs and you might get that. It was kind of like the Chiefs for years. Like, as I was growing up, the Chiefs made it to the playoffs like 15 times or had playoff games, and I only saw them win twice out of those 15 times.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we
So,
brought somebody out of Lurkey now with the Lions comment, I see. Y'all's talking fighting words now.
Uh-huh.
What up, Austin?
wait a minute. Austin's, though, a cheesehead, not a Lions guy.
Right.
Yeah,
but
that's
they were
why.
talking about his Packers getting beat, so he says them's fighting words.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I got to take the Packers in that game, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, my gosh.
Uh-oh, here we go. Ed's got something good to say. When he starts with an "oh
yeah,
my gosh," we're in
Oh,
trouble.
Well, I just
He's gonna
found
call
out.
out some other lady on the internet now.
Oh.
No. If I win this week in fantasy football, I win the big car pool.
Oh,
The
nice.
car fantasy football that I started up like 20 some years ago.
But that pays good
St.
money
Louis.
too, don't it?
Yeah, I've already won 250 for getting into the playoffs, and I don't know
Nice.
what the pot is, but
Wow.
yeah, that's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And my quarterback is Jalen Hurts. So I put him down, and guess who the quarterback is that I picked up to play this weekend? I don't even know his name.
Gardner Minshew.
Is that whoever the
Jalen
guy is
Hurts
for the
backup.
Raiders? Who's
Oh,
the Raiders guy?
Jared Stidham.
Stidham.
Corey, I picked up Stidham because I know that he's playing for a spot. He's
He
playing
played
against
great
my Chiefs.
against
Yeah, he went for
against the
303
Niners.
TDs, didn't he?
2 TDs,
Yeah.
I think.
But 300
But yeah, he
yards.
played great. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah. Against your
I had-
team, huh? Woo, you're
Yeah.
gonna be torn watching that one.
so
Who's your
and I'll be
receivers in that
watching it.
league?
Let's see. I'll do it on my telephone.
Well,
Sorry.
and in the Fish
Cell
Fam
phone.
East League, I'm in the Super Bowl.
Yep, against
Against
Photo.
Larry.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've been watching. Larry's team's been skidding to a stop at the end here, dude. He's gotten
Yeah,
a lot of starters
hoping to-
out.
Hoping to take him out. I lost to him in the regular season, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be weird.
oh my gosh. Okay, so this is painful too. I mean, this league has a lot less players and a lot more people that play.
Right.
So I only play 2 wide receivers. I got DJ Moore and Deontay Johnson.
Mm.
So I've got
Deontay, that's the one from the Steelers? Or
yeah,
is that the one that, yeah.
I've
Ooh.
got the Foreman guy for Carolina, Dionja. I don't know, Dionja. He was Tennessee's backup last year, and he was amazing. And he's been a really good free agent pickup for me this year. And then I have Derek Thomas, who's going to be playing for his team. And then I have Travis Kelce, who's
There you
just
go.
trying for a record, and he'll probably be benched halfway through. And Robert Woods, I picked him up because so many of my players are questionable or injured. It's terrible, guys.
Wow. Yeah.
have-
It's gonna be. I don't think you. I don't know what the other team has, but good luck, Ed. I hope you do well.
And then I got my Kansas City Chiefs defense and the Chargers kicker, Cameron Dicker.
Kenny,
Nice.
you got a super chat from somebody, and I thought it was hilarious how Regina called him Death's Unknown.
Thank you
Little
so much,
typo in
Jason.
there,
It
but I
says
thought it was hilarious.
hashtag love your fish. That's right, baby. Love your fish.
Nice. Thanks
Now,
for your
my
support.
good friend Monsieur Alex is in here as well. And
Oh yeah.
so you all know
Nice.
he will be going directly after us at approximately 8:35 to 8:40. So
Nice.
if you guys want some serious fish knowledge dropped on you
Yeah,
tonight.
he's probably not gonna be
Highly
talking
recommending
football
going over to
with
my
them.
buddy Alex's channel. We
Uh-huh.
will drop his link. But knowing Alex, I don't know if he did it because I don't know if I got it. Let me see if he texted me back. Oh my goodness, Alex! I swear to God, Mister, I am dying over here now. Alex Williamson has officially dropped a link before his stream.
Whoa.
Nice.
Oh
There
my
we go.
goodness. I'm just giving him a hard
Wish
time.
I could have met Alex like 2 weeks
Oh, and
ago. Or
he
Well,
dropped
if you
his-
came to Fishtoberfest, you'd see
He
him
dropped
every
his
year.
own link too in the chat.
Oh, I forgot he's a mod. Well, thank you, Alex, for graciously enough to sending people to my good friend Alex's channel. I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
And
But
since I'm
it
not
would have
there
been
to do my moderation duties,
Well, you're up
appreciate you
here.
filling in.
You're up here.
it was
And then of
Like
course Lori's on top
Decemberfest.
of it too.
it'd be
Lori's on top of it
Decemberfest,
every
though,
day.
for my trip. I would have got to see
Well,
LRB's
I
new
am
place,
pretty sure
Shelby and
I'm-
Grant.
I can speak on behalf because I have been one to set up a few major events. And I will hands-on tell everybody that is here this evening and anybody that is listening on our replay crew, if you are someone that is in charge of an event and you have not had the privilege of having Alex Williamson speak for you, shame on you. You do not know what you're missing. His first year
Well,
at Fishtoberfest, we
highly
still have
recommend.
people asking how can they get in touch with him because they have more questions. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
not going to spoil what he does because I feel you should bring him in to speak so you can hear it for yourself.
Well, and he's got a couple of different talks too.
Yeah, a couple. The guy could, like I said, I've seen, I think, a total of 4 talks that he's done already, separate, different talks. So he's got more than, I bet you he's more like 10 to 20 presentations that he can
Probably.
do. So anyway, Alex, after this, I will be at your stream, guaranteed.
Maybe Alex should start up like a school and he'll do like 20 talks and have us fill out a computer essay afterwards. And if you pass them all in his 20 episodes, like classes, then you get a doctorate from
A
Alex
doctorate in
University.
fish keeping.
Not only is
Yeah.
he an amazing fish keeper, an amazing breeder, amazing plant guy, and all of those accolades, you guys will have to tell me this. What else is he?
Well, I consider him like a scientist because of all the research he does,
The human lightning rod.
No,
That too.
Nope.
Yep. I think those are both accurate. Come on, Kenny. We don't
he
get credit.
is only in my heart the Kingslayer.
Kingslayer.
Kingslayer. Here's to you,
Oh,
Alex.
he's
Only I'm
also that.
drinking
And-
orange Fanta.
And he's
instead
a
of
darn
Dr.
good artist.
Yes.
Did
he
you
is.
mention he's also a great artist?
Yep. Yep.
He made his wife a very good Dairy King.
Dairy King.
No, Alex is great, man. And I and Ryan here are privileged because we anytime want to spend time with Alex, we can head up to Seattle and spend a day with Alex. And
really-
whether it be
also a
if
really
you
nice
go in
guy.
the wintertime, you'll spend the day going and seeing cool fish stores. And if you go in the summertime, you'll be collecting with them. Either way, you're going to have fun if you go up there. Hence another reason to come to Fishtoberfest.
Oh yeah, plenty of reasons.
What up, Janice? Good to see you. So, Ed,
Yes.
I know you're going to say the Chiefs. Realistically, who do you think the Super Bowl is going to be this year?
Okay, I am going to say the Chiefs. Because I love them and I think they're a pretty good team. I think their offense, it's young and getting better, but it still seems like it's the same old we have 6 new players on defense this year and it's still like the same defense from last year. It's kind of crazy. But it's like wherever we get strong, we get weak in the other spots. But our offense is still number 1 in the league. I really like the Chiefs. I think Mahomes is really good, and I sound like a homer, but I'd still pick him. But on the other side, I'm gonna go, and this is gonna sound like a homer, but I think I like your boys. I like
Oh
Minnesota.
my God, you're gripping now.
And well, I know that
Okay,
Philadelphia is all
what I'll
decked
say
out,
to
but
back you up on that, if we have Kirk Cousins and not the other bubbling cousin, yeah, we could beat
Well,
anybody in the league. However, we make it through the games
That's the thing.
necessary to get to that point. I
But-
love my bite. We have a pretty decent up and rising defense, awesome offense, great special teams. I just don't know about our quarterback, and that's coming from a Vikes fan.
Well, if I was playing Jalen Hurts tomorrow for the championship of our league, I'd
Mhm.
have enough confidence in Jalen Hurts to say the Eagles. But he's got a bad shoulder and he likes to run, so it could get worse.
I agree
You
with you
know,
on that because the reason
and
I say that, Ed,
49ers,
is the NFL doesn't normally put a player down with the shoulder separation. I believe it's more, I think it's a shoulder tear, and I think there's more to that injury than the Eagles are letting on. So I agree with you. I think Hurts is hurt, and I don't know if the Eagles got what it takes. So maybe obviously we've seen it the last 2 weeks. Gardner's in charge, they lose 2 weeks in a row. So
Maybe the Colts can drop Nick Foles real quick so they can win another Super Bowl.
yeah, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, no, that dude's washed up, I think.
Oh,
That would
this
be
Patty,
hilarious,
thank
though.
you.
It
Just
worked
says,
once before, right?
for me and Alex, because
It
we
did.
cheat. Patty,
But
I
I don't-
appreciate that.
49ers have everything but their quarterback, Pooty or whatever, or Puddin. What Pooty? Purdy.
Like
He's
Purdy
got to
Lit.
look really purdy to do.
Yeah,
I
he's gotta
mean,
look really Purdy.
and
Well, Ed,
he's
the problem is he has. I mean, the kid has
And-
looked like a stud all
and I
3
don't
games
know if he has to look that Purdy that they seem to
with
win
that
with
defense. Well, it's
you
because
know?
of that
Yeah.
defense, man. Their defense is pretty vicious.
anyone.
well, I know that
And-
my Chiefs put up 45 points on their defense like they were made of wet paper,
When though?
wet toilet paper.
When though?
The Raiders scored quite a few
This
against
year or
them
last
week.
year?
This year, like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You might have caught him in a while. I think, honestly, the thing that terrifies me
It was-
the most of the teams that have been playing the last 6 weeks is the Green Bay Packers. I'm more terrified of that team than any other team in the league.
yeah. Yeah.
Because
hopefully
they
the
got
Vikings-
Aaron Rodgers, man.
Yeah.
And that defense has stepped up to the plate the last 5 weeks. They've started to gel. Okay.
44-23. Yeah, that's a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kittle on offense, Kittle, Ayuk, and Christian
Patrick
McCaffrey.
Mahomes
Those guys are insane.
We benched Mahomes in the fourth
423
quarter.
yards.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I do think they didn't have bad. They did have. We were the guy who maybe knocked Garoppolo out. I think we injured him, and that's when Putty started
Yep.
playing.
Looks that
And
way.
Putty didn't look too bad,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yep.
Ed, I'm telling you though, on your side, I
and
mean,
this was in the San Francisco.
you got Cincinnati, you guys, and Buffalo. Any one of you three would not surprise me to see any of those
Yeah.
three in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't pick Buffalo because their players are falling over.
well,
Oh, poor taste, Dad. Poor taste.
well, I Buffalo's got more than Hamlin going on, man. So, like I said, I think that for the first time in a very long time, I think this year we are going to see some really good, tight playoff games where it's not blowouts. It's going to be smash you in the face, hardcore football.
Let's
I
hope
just-
so, because it has been a little while.
Yeah, I think this whole playoff, the way it's lining up, I mean, because whenever you got multiple teams from the same division, that's why I hope that either the Packers or Lions make the playoffs. And then you got Dallas and the Eagles in there. And then the Giants also from that division. So, I mean, it's going to be smash mouth, beat you up football this time around. I just think it's going to be a lot of, excuse me, a lot of running and hardcore, smack you in the face defense. It's just going to be some good football this year.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping, if I had my choice, not who I think, but if I had my choice, I'd like to see the Bills. And I'm going to suck up here a little bit because I'd like to see the Vikings. And then one of them could win a Super Bowl.
That's the only way, I think. That is an amazing way to put it out. Somebody would have to win unless a player falls over and they cancel the game.
If I thought about this logically, I think I'm going to stick with Buffalo. Sorry, Ed. And on the other side, I don't know. I had a dream that the Raiders and the Niners would make the playoff or the Super Bowl at the beginning of the year. Obviously, that's not happening. And I think Jalen Hurts is going to be okay.
I think
so. I'm going to go.
Well,
Buffalo.
I'm rooting for Kenny on saying I hope he's hurt because otherwise it'll probably be the Philly. But the good thing is if Philly makes it to the Super Bowl, we get to have Philly rolls.
Yeah, cheesesteaks for everybody. Ooh, cheesesteaks on
I take hard salami and take Philadelphia cream cheese and I wrap it in there and I roll it real tight and refrigerate it.
Oh, that's a
and
Philly
I eat it
roll.
real slow.
Nice.
I call them Philly rolls.
Well, I believe that the smackdown that my Vikings just took from Green Bay may have made Kirk Cousins figure out I better get my crap together. And I think we're going to see the Kirk Cousins that takes us to the Super Bowl. And I do believe that it will be against Edge Chiefs.
Oh,
see, my perfect little world now just got better because the third seed, okay, Giants, smack them out of our way. All right. Next step will either be, will most likely be, my guess is thinking it's going to be San Francisco. We'll knock them out of, and then NFC Championship game against the Eagles. Smack them for the smackdown they gave us earlier in the year.
There's Ed's
that'd be rough to have to take on all the best teams.
And then it's going to be my Vikings getting revenge from the 2 Super Bowls that Chiefs smacked us around in, and we're going to take that Super Bowl home to Minnesota. Score! It's going to happen.
Nice. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Well, I'll be happy for you regardless what happens. If you win or lose a Super Bowl, I'll be happy for you, Kenny.
Oh, Ed. Oh.
How diplomatic is
Ed? I love Ed, man. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm excited for it. All this talk. Whole year's worth of talk is almost over.
I hope that the Raiders do something with
Core Ward's coming in here talking this trash. Look at him.
No, I would keep Carr, but maybe they roll the dice because if you roll the dice, there's a chance that you could hit gold, but a lot of times you hit a lot of crap.
Oh yeah.
So Regina says, really love the Philly roll. Just exchange the salmon for, what is that? Hummus? Is that ain't hummus, is it? What
hamachi?
Is that? Hamachi. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what hamachi is either.
Okay, please explain yourself, Regina. I've never heard of it.
Regina, where are you from?
Know.
Oh, here we go. You knew he was going to come in. If you're available and not commentating the game right now, we'd be more than glad to drop the link for you for the last 15 minutes there, Austin.
Yeah. Well, What are the odds that Green Bay makes the playoffs?
Well, it's them, Seattle, or the Lions. There's one spot left. And so
That's
I
a
think-
sad crew to be with.
I think Green Bay.
Green
they
Bay
control
wins,
their
they're
own
in.
Destiny. If they win, they're in. Doesn't matter.
Detroit
if the Seahawks win.
wins. Seattle loses, they're in. Detroit wins. Seattle wins. Seattle's in.
Well, I hope that Seattle loses, Detroit and Green Bay win.
I don't see Seattle losing to the Rams, but
Oh.
it's a division game,
gosh.
so
Wait,
anything can
I
happen.
hate the Rams. I hate the Rams, so I want Seattle to win. I just want them all to win and then fight it out at the end.
There you go. Once again, diplomatic.
What happens if they all tie?
There's crazy tiebreakers that are involved. You can go on NFL.com and look them up. You know, it might come down to like who won the most games in their division, I think might be the next tiebreaker or something like that.
Has
That
it
would be-
been settled for the Cincinnati game? Are they going to hold it, or are they just going to go winning percentage?
I haven't heard an official announcement, so I don't want to comment. I think they're going to call it a no contest, if I had to guess.
Let's see. NFL standings. So they go by winning percentage, and the Buffalo Bills are 12-3. That's a really good score of 800. See what Cincinnati is. Cincinnati will be 11-4. That's really good at 733 percentage.
Well, they both
my-
have a chance to win their own games too.
Yeah, and then
They have
The
one more
Chiefs are-
game this weekend.
the Chiefs are 13-3 with an 813% winning record. So that would put the Chiefs as number one.
Yeah, and you get to play the Raiders, so good chance
Yeah.
you're gonna win.
I'd rather play the Broncos than the Raiders. But
In
we
fact,
did them last
I
week.
almost hope. Might as well say it. I hope your team wins, Ed, because
Oh.
then like we can get a better draft pick because we can be anywhere between like 6th pick and 12th pick. So it might mean the difference.
my-
of like 6
DD
picks.
comes in yelling, "Yay, Chiefs!"
Oh, Didi, I love you. If Didi has made a man a very happy Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
You're so right. Because like you don't want to go 7-9 because there's so many teams tied
Yeah.
with 7-9. You got
Yeah.
the Browns, who are an up and coming team. Hopefully their quarterback never gets any good and they just destroyed their team for the next decade. Because it'd be funny. The
Yeah, that'd be
Jets,
hilarious.
who's
I agree.
it would be so funny. The Jets, I thought they were one of the most dangerous teams in the league. 7-9. Oh
Yeah,
my
they kinda
God, they've
fell
lost
apart.
7 or 5 straight. Wow.
Yeah.
Peplin's playing for a draft pick. The Colts, you want the Colts to win. No, it won't make any difference. Right now, you're locked just in our division at number 4, and I know what the NFC has. So
Yeah.
Austin, I
You
just
can
sent you
only
the link to
lose
your
twice.
messenger, buddy.
Has he
Hey, you have
come
the
up on
Washington
your
Redskins?
Sunday stream yet?
Have I what?
Has Austin come on to your Sunday stream yet? I know you guys were talking about it.
He came up with me and Ed. What was that? Last week or the week before, Ed?
I believe it was just last week.
Last
Oh,
week he
okay.
was up with us.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I missed last
you ain't gonna
week's.
believe it. Both me and Ed's arch enemies have been on this stream now. The Raiders
Yeah.
fan and the Packers fan have both
Yeah,
been on
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And
indeed.
this just proves to Joy Reid that NFL fans get along and we don't hate each other.
Yeah.
right.
Well, that's not always
Yeah.
true, Ed. I know a
Well,
guy in the
I
car
hate Joy
business
Reid
2 years ago.
More than
2 years ago, they were playing It was a Green Bay Packer fan, was in a bar, local bar, came out. Green Bay had just demolished Seattle, and two guys clubbed him with a tire iron. The guy never basically a vegetable the rest of his life.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some stabbings at the 49ers and Raiders games too.
Yeah. So sometimes people take it to it. Maria
Yeah.
Z, thank
And
you
Lamar-
so much for the $9.99 super sticker.
After
Woo-hoo.
that one Super Bowl in Atlanta, Ray Lewis clubbed those two guys with those $500 bottles of champagne to death.
You know what?
She gave us the big squeezing heart.
Oh, nice.
Aw.
Squeezing heart. Are you talking about when Ray Lewis was on trial or a different incident?
I
That
don't
just
know
sounds
I-
wrong.
if they put him on
I don't know what's
trial
wrong
or
with the
not.
NFL.
But
I was going to
his
defend
buddy
Ray
said-
Lewis too, but that doesn't sound good. You're right.
Oh, here's Austin.
His-
I'm sure he's going to have something to say about it.
What are you wearing, a soccer jersey?
Hold on, my volume's way down. What was that again?
Oh, we were talking
Never mind.
about. Oh yeah.
00.
No. Oh no. 80.
That's an 80, man.
80.
Oh,
This is Donald Driver right here, baby.
Ooh.
A little bit of a throwback now. Showing my age.
Janice
here a little bit
Lundberg
already.
coming with the 1999 super sticker saying "Go!"
oh my gosh! Thank you guys so much.
That's the wrong
I
kind
didn't
of
think
football
we'd ever
we're
get a
talking about,
super
though.
chat. I didn't think we'd ever get a super chat for football,
Yeah.
and we've got a
Thank you.
couple. Thank you, ladies. You're all awesome.
Yeah, look at all this support, man. People, we're talking football pretty much the whole time, and still
But
a
we
whole
put it
bunch of
right in
people
the
here.
for our fishy friends that are here. All of us love fish, but we also love football. What we're doing here, Ed and I talked about what? Have we been talking about this like since I was in Florida, Ed? I think it has.
How old were you when you were in Florida?
No, I'm talking about when you and I went to Florida that time, and that's how we
Oh,
to talk about
maybe.
football, have a night of football talk, and that's
like
when.
3 or 4 years ago.
But then he was busy, I was busy, he was busy, and anyway, we finally got back to my Friday night, and I said, well, it'd be kind of cool to do football and fish, and this is what we're doing.
We should call. Okay, next year we make it a whole new channel, and it's called Kicking Off with Kenny.
Oh my God! Oh
I
my
love it. I
God!
love it.
I love it too.
Maybe I'll start a
I
new
will
channel.
create
We'll
it.
just have it be that. They'll be kicking off
There you
with
go.
Kenny. There you go.
That'd be so cool.
I've got another email we can use. So
I didn't know we had a Raiders fan here too. My wife would love that.
Oh yeah, right on.
Well, she's not an avid Raiders fan, but she grew up in a Raiders family. So
Yeah, you guys are like the Devontae Adams family.
yeah, that was a very interesting off season with me and her. Well, I
I'm
shouldn't
sure.
say interesting, but my father-in-law, her dad is also a very big Raiders fan back when they were in Oakland. Ever since they
Yeah.
moved to Vegas, he hasn't been as passionate about them. But
now,
Yeah.
Austin, you being a Packer fan, the way your season's going, is it giving you any feelings of a season of the past?
I'm not gonna say on that because I wouldn't call myself a superstitious man, but I would at the same time saying like, you know what? Sometimes I just believe in taking a gift. As
Well,
it's
let me
given
tell you,
and
I'm a
not
freaking
questioning it.
Vikings fan, and I'm very nervous if Rodgers gets in there. I'm nervous because this team reminds me a lot of your Super Bowl winning team with Rodgers, where you guys came through or was that with Favre, where you guys were a
No, it was Rodgers.
distant playoff berth, just barely got in, and you guys made the run to the Super Bowl and won.
Nope, that was Rodgers. I think that was his second or third year in the NFL after Favre.
Everybody
Yeah, Favre
wrote
was
him
at the
off.
Vikings at that point yet.
And Rodgers right now, guys, I've seen the look a million times. That guy's got the cockiness in there. He's got his eye back. He's got the eye of the tiger. I'm a little concerned if they make the playoffs.
The ayahuasca trip is wearing off.
I will say this as a Packer fan, 2 teams in the NFC scare me still. And one of those is a healthy, in quotations, I say healthy Philadelphia team. And then the second one is San Francisco. But San Francisco only to a point because of the defense. The offense, on the other hand, everybody wants to talk about them on like Christian McCaffrey and all them. Here's my thing also on them. As great as Brock Purdy has been and being a Cyclone fan and him being a former Iowa State quarterback, it's really cool to see that because, well, it's not often Iowa State has a guy that reaches the caliber that he does. I also say, like, okay, here's the thing. Purdy is playing well in the regular season, but that playoff picture, that playoff atmosphere, that's a very different thing.
That's a different beast.
That's where I'm like,
I agree
well.
somewhat, but he's been in big games in his college career, wasn't he?
That is true. I mean, yeah, he beat like top 10, top 15 ranked teams a lot. Because, I mean, of course, the Big 12 Conference always has.
And at the end of the day, guys, everybody tries to compare NFL, college, NFL. But if you go to the average college game, how many people are in the stands? There ain't much difference. I hate to say
it, though. Brock Purdy's biggest game, though, probably, I mean, is either the Big 12 championship where they played against Oklahoma, where unfortunately he threw 3 picks, and the other one being the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, which granted, that one they won over Oregon. So, I mean, I'd say in his 2 biggest games of his college career, he went 1-1. But I don't know, something about that postseason in the college versus postseason in the NFL, it's a very different animal when you're going against guys that have
because you don't have a coach saying curfew, you're going to stay in your hotel all night.
Right.
Most NFL players are hitting the strip. And where's it at this year? Is it Vegas this year? Or is it next year?
It's in Vegas, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So there's no distractions in Vegas, right?
Yeah. Not at all. Not at all. But
the last
that's my main thing with the Niners that kind of make me sit here and be like,
when they said they were moving the Raiders to Vegas, my buddy, who at the time was my partner in the car business, I said, that is the biggest mistake for a football team to move to Vegas. I mean, and within 2 years' time, the first year's time, their star wide receiver gets a DWI and kills a woman.
And her
first
little
year
dog.
in Vegas.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know. I think moving out of Oakland, it doesn't really get worse.
Yeah, that's what I like. Between those 2 cities, for me as a fan, I would much rather go to Las Vegas. In fact, I'm going in February and then again in March.
Are you going for the draft?
Then go to the city of Oakland. Yeah, no offense to anybody from the Bay Area. I kind of like the other side of the Bay a little better personally.
Yeah. As a fan, I would never go to Oakland. You couldn't pay me enough to watch a game as a Chiefs fan in Oakland, but I would go to Las Vegas.
Well, Ed, we understand that because you wouldn't make it to the car in your Chiefs gear.
Yeah. We went down there for a Raiders game one time, and the guy sitting next to me, his wife got him tickets for his 40th birthday, and he's dressed head to toe in Broncos gear when we're playing the Broncos.
Oh, no.
And well, I hope they counted him.
So many people from in his ass. And then I think he got urinated on in the bathroom.
Oh, my God.
That in Raiders country, that's asking for a fight.
Yeah, especially
we're starting to give that
Oakland,
lady reason
again,
what she was saying might make a little sense.
Well, that's only Raiders, though. Well, and Philadelphia is that way, too.
Yeah,
there's no violence in the NFL.
there's a few of them out there.
We need to get Joy Reid. I have to keep looking to see what her name is. To dress up like a Chiefs fan and go to Oakland.
Oh my goodness, man.
I'm sure she's down.
Okay, so one quick question. You said the 2 most big games that you're fearing are the 49ers.
Yep.
And Philadelphia.
Yes. A healthy Philadelphia. Like if they just have Gardner Minshew as the quarterback, then they don't worry me.
And I know that Ryan and I are thinking the exact same thing. That's probably because the NFC they figure if they can just make it to the Super Bowl, that's the pinnacle.
Something like that. I mean,
as the AFC, is going to win.
Right. I mean, honestly, the NFC, I mean,
I was trying to go somewhere with this, but he went with it.
Trying to start an AFC NFC war.
I
Yeah.
mean, here's my thing. I will say that I think the NFC is way more up for grabs. Not that the AFC isn't, because I mean the AFC definitely. I mean the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals. I mean when the Ravens are
Tell
healthy,
them
and
how it
healthy
is,
Lamar Jackson.
Austin. We will be playing the Super Bowl in the NFC Championship.
Now, when you say we, do you mean the NFC?
Correct.
Yes, I think that there will be an NFC team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Take it to the bank, folks. It's Ed's hot pick of the
I will
day.
say though, right now, if Green Bay goes up against many of the AFC teams, the only two that scare me there are Buffalo, which granted we've already played. So there's something about playing a team a second time where it's still kind of like, okay. But the one that would scare me the most, and this isn't to kiss butt here, but the Chiefs would frighten me. Not because of their defense, but just knowing how many points that offense can put up there with Mahomes, Kelsey, and all them. If they still had Tyreek Hill, it'd be even more so. But the fact that is, I mean, Mahomes has just shown this year that he don't need Tyreek Hill to go and score 40 points.
We went to Buffalo and beat them at home. By 1 point.
But that's me. Not many other teams in that AFC, though, worry me much. The Bengals, all the rest of them, same thing at the NFC. Giants, Cowboys, Vikings, bring them on.
Oh, shoot.
Cowboys
forgot
are
we-
Regardless what
interesting.
happens, but yeah, we got to wrap up. We're 3 minutes over, and I'll
Oh,
let
That's
yeah.
you
okay.
keep
Alex
closing
says Alex said between 8:35 and 8:40 he would start. So
out. So we got 2 minutes to wrap this sucker up.
as soon as I see his thing come live up here, we will head on out.
Alex likes to build a little anticipation. You know.
That's Alex.
There you
That's
go.
his game, man.
Mm-hmm.
And Lefty is here, showing his good vibes. I don't know if Lefty noticed. I held up the left hand and waved with the right.
Oh, nice.
That was for
What's
you,
up?
Lefty.
What's up,
What's up?
vibes?
Oh, and look, there's Sharpie. And you know,
Sweet.
Sharpie's English.
Yeah.
So
He's
And I,
probably
s-
thinking
I
we're
see a
just
bunch of
talking
our
about
crew in here
topics the
tonight
whole
too.
time.
Ed. We got Aquaria Life, Shanna, Depths. They're all of them coming. Maria, seen Patty. Our whole crew's here tonight.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome. And they all listen to us ramble about football.
Yep, they made it
What
through an
wonderful-
entire hour.
You're all Dairy Queens in my heart.
I'm just saying, Dairy Queen, Blizzards, her favorite one.
Yeah.
Cookie dough blizzard, but
Mm.
in chocolate ice cream.
Oh, you can have them make it with chocolate ice cream? I had no idea.
Chocolate.
Why didn't my wife tell me this?
Chocolate
Dad
chip
liked
cookie
it with
dough,
chocolate.
blizzard, and chocolate ice cream.
Brownies.
Best thing ever.
That sounds pretty tasty.
I lose 5 minutes off my life with each one I eat or drink, whatever. But you know what? It's worth it.
Totally worth it.
Yeah. For sure. Oh, and Brooklyn Bell says she loves football.
Hey, I got a compliment tonight
Nice.
for that nice
Awesome
man.
check.
Yeah, baby, love and marriage. Oh, some guy said that I look like Al Bundy and I should be selling shoes. There it is, baby.
I could see that when you had kids in the house. It was
Yeah.
probably a lot. It was
Oh.
probably very similar to that whole
He
environment.
thinks he's hurt me. That's a compliment, baby. I'm loving
Yeah.
it. Bring it.
Yeah.
I've got to make trophies for the winners. I haven't made the
Yeah,
trophies.
I'm hoping I want.
That's the best part of
trophy.
winning this thing. You know,
Yeah.
I'm really hurt, Ed, that you wait till the year I'm done being champion in both leagues to come out with trophies. I'm just going to put it out there.
What are
Maybe-
the odds that the 1 year you were good, I would hit it?
Maybe after Ed makes my trophy, he could retroactively make your trophy, Kenny.
Yeah, we'll see.
But maybe I'll try to make them this week, and we'll submit them on next Friday's show.
And then don't
Because-
forget this last week, we want to know who the overall Fish Fam champ is. So you also need to be watching in the other league, Brian. I don't know if you have access to the other league or not.
I
but
don't. You'll have to keep
You
me
got the
updated.
Merced Mob, which happens to be only Oscars is winning that over there.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
her week 18 score total will go against. The only thing that sucks about that, though, I notice how come one league is more than the other, Ed? Like if my Tom Brady in one league scores 52, in the other league he's at 58. So there's something
Yeah, if it's
not
not
exact.
the same scoring, it sounds like you
Oh.
might have to make 2 trophies.
He's gonna have.
Well, I was going to make 2 trophies.
But it would have been interesting if it
That's
was
weird.
the same scoring in both leagues, so that way we could have had a overall champion.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
I wonder if it's. Oh, sorry.
go ahead.
I wonder if YouTube, because I just do the standard like points per the year, and then I have it locked, so I just recycle it. If maybe they adjust it for the next year, the rules a little, and that's how, because one league was a year older than the other league.
Well, the
Although I
one
have,
thing I
like,
would suggest too next
1988
year
and 1989 rules. or
is I
something.
think we need to relook at the kickers. No kicker should be scoring 24 points with 2 field goals. That's all I'm saying. And when a quarterback throws a pick, it needs to be -2. If a quarterback fumbles, it needs to be -2. If a running back or a freaking receiver fumble, it should be -2.
And you know what? I respect everything you've said. And we went with 14-man leagues this year because you asked for that. And how did that turn out?
Oh
Great.
my God.
I'm in the
Just
Super
saying.
I wanted
You
to
got a
give you.
Raider to a Super Bowl with that.
I believe that it should have been like football like. If you have a good player go down in November, you're not going to be able to go to a free agent pool and get somebody that is a stud. You're not going to. So you have to rely on the A,
Yeah, I like
B,
it 'cause it's
C.
tougher.
But
It is tougher.
I
I
say
enjoyed that part.
Add more bench players, but have 12 men in a league. I think 14 was just too many. I would have rather have had 3.
Oh, Austin,
12s or
before
3
we go,
10s.
we got to let you speak your mind. You got something you're holding back.
Yeah, he's squinting.
Don't mind me
yeah,
just
he
enjoying
need a-
some cheese curds.
Oh,
I was
you.
about to say he's eating a cheese.
Because he knew he'd get at me with that. That's what it is.
No.
Hey, it's your guys' fault for mentioning Dairy Queen.
Oh, brother, I'm telling you right now, man, I would give anything to have some good Wisconsin cheese curds right now.
You
Oh,
ever had the
that's what
cheese
W
curd
makes
from
them.
Buffalo
That-
Wild Wings?
that and squeaky cheese, man, are the two
Oh,
things
yes.
I miss.
Hey, those cheese curds at Lambeau Field weren't bad either about a year ago. That and the bratwurst up there ain't bad either.
Oh, no.
We got the cheese curds, the bratwurst, and then my wife talked me into a spiked hot chocolate because we went to a game that it was like Sunday night football, 10 degrees, not including the wind chill. And we all
Whoa.
know what the wind chill can be like at Lambeau.
So there's the link. So he must be going. So, guys,
Nice.
head over there to Alex's from here. We appreciate everybody. As always, love your fish. Skull Vikes, Skull Chiefs, Skull Packers, Skull Raiders.
Skull.
All right. Skull.
Is that a frog?
But you'll catch me and Danny on Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern for the regular Fish Talk. Austin, when's your next stream?
Hoping to get going this Monday again. Some things are kind of changing with the overall work schedule, but hoping this Monday at 5 p.m. Central I can get back on if all things line up correctly.
And I will see this guy in 2 days, 2 days at the
Sunday.
Greater Portland Aquarium Society. And Ed, when are you streaming again, brother?
I don't know. I just look forward to this one. I know for sure I'll be back on Thursday
He
at
takes it one
9:30
stream at
to
a
11.
time. He just goes
Oh,
out there
well-
and takes it one stream at a time.
Well, he streams like
I
how
almost
many
feel like
nights a
Ed
day-
streams once every
Are you
day,
7
just
days
not
a
always on
week?
his channel.
Not right now. This week I was a guest on a lot of shows, but I'll be on Bob Kaler's if Bob Kaler does his on Sunday. I've got a special thing with Lefty coming up on a Tuesday, but it's one of the weeks in this month. And then I hang out with Lefty early on Fridays. So I'm kind of hit and miss. But yeah, I'm all over. Oh, we're going to do a Rico not Rico and the Man. We're going to do a geek out, Rico and I, and we're going to talk about comic books
Nice.
one day
Nice.
around 2:00 next week.
Love
Cool.
those. Love those.
Well, guys, head over to Alex's channel tonight. Hashtag love your fish. We will see you next week. Same time, same place. Well, next week we'll be talking some. Who's going to be in the playoffs?
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
Playoffs.
Have a good one, guys.
Playoffs.
Go, Pat, go.
Later.
Away.